This is the most awaiting for me call for this project, because like Jim, every single call or topic with you I adore, and it gives me a lot of insights and new ideas I can apply to my life. So I will introduce it to the girls as well.
Okay, good. Thank you.
So, Jim, I'm just sharing with the girls what kind of a person or a human being you are, and how truly I appreciate you in my life, because you do some incredible things with just that you exist, I would say. And today I would be translating, because a part of the girls, they don't speak English. And I would really love you to introduce you to the girls, to tell what you want to tell about yourself.
Okay, I can do that.
Итак, Джим сейчас
I'm
будет
just,
представляться.
yeah. My nickname is the Sunshine Boy because I'm just a happy guy every day, no matter what. So when I was little, I was always running around trying to make people happy. And my mom said, I said to my mom, I said, Mom, my purpose in life is to make people smile. And my mom was like, Oh, honey, that's not always easy to do. Anyway, I'm 63 years old.
No.
I know. I feel like I'm 23, but I'm 63. I've had a lot of experience. And I've lost like 30 pounds in the last 3 months. So I feel even better.
Oh, wow.
Now, I'll tell you, I was in Kiev for a big meeting to do some seminars in January of 2020. And Andrei Sizov, who's a friend of mine, said, You're going to get baptized today. So I had to go into the freezing river in Kiev, right? So he takes me to the river and he jumps in the water and swims out into the middle of the river and then swims back. He goes, Okay, your turn. I said, No, I went down the ladder. I dunked my head 3 times and I jumped into the sauna. So I was now baptized in the frozen water of Kiev, right? So this year I got myself a giant cold plunge bathtub, to do 45-degree, almost just above freezing water. So now I sit in the freezing water for 9 or 10 minutes 3 times a week, and I feel like super young. So anyway, I'm I was trained to be a nuclear engineer in 1983. Yeah, so I was at the U.S. Naval Academy where they train officers to be in the Navy. And the reason I went to that school is because my family was poor. We didn't have any money. And my mom said, if you want to go to college to be an engineer, you have to get a free college. So, when you're 17 years old, you're a genius and you know more than everybody else, including your mother. So anyway, I went to the Naval Academy because it was free. I didn't want to be in the Navy. I just wanted to get my engineering education. But nothing is free. So I had to give 5 years of my life to the Navy in exchange for 4 years of college. And we were trained to hate Russians. In 1980, Russia and the US were trying to kill each other. So personally, in my whole life, war is crazy. War is insane. War is stupid. Anyway, so I was trained as an 18-year-old kid to hate people and want to blow them up. Now, understand my basic purpose in life is to make other people smile and be happy. Blowing people up doesn't make anybody happy. So, anyway, I survived my 5 years in the Navy. And when I got out, I was kind of lost. I was 28 years old, and I was trained to build nuclear power plants and build, nuclear submarines. That's what I was trained to do. And I worked for the US government building the biggest nuclear submarine on Earth with the most biggest weapons on Earth. So
Мощный.
I'm working for the US government. I'm almost 30 years old, and I helped build something that could not just blow up Russia, it would blow up Earth. It could crack the crust of Earth if we shot all the nuclear missiles in one place. So when I turned 30 years old, I'm looking at my life. I hate to get out of bed in the morning. I think about the world. I'm going, what do I do? And my friend says, well, quit your job and just come do door to door sales with me and we'll sell people dry cleaning discount tickets. My problem is I thought salesmen were the worst people on earth. I thought salesmen just lie to you to take your money. Bad people. So the lesson here is, we grow up in different places of the world, but believe it or not, we all have a lot of similar experiences. So you learn a lot of things from watching people and hearing things in the media and your family and your friends, and you form these very solid opinions about life. You form very strong opinions. Look at politics. Politics is crazy too. Politics and war are like insane. So what do we do? Like, how do you change your mind? You know, so when I was working for the US government after the Navy, and I'm helping to build and design the most worst killing weapon on earth, every morning I hated to get out of bed. I did not want to go to work. I hated my life. I forgot my basic purpose. I was not happy to wake up. I'd go to the government offices with people who just were taking money from the government and they didn't do anything in exchange. And our basic purpose was to build a machine that would kill everybody. 30 years. That's 33 years ago. Half my life, I get to the point of why am I alive? And I found out in the last 30 years that a lot of people have a similar story. They get to some point in their life and they're going, why am I getting out of bed? Now, you guys are HR professionals, right? Human resource professionals?
No, not all
No.
of them. This is my
Okay, so entrepreneurs? Is everybody entrepreneurs?
well, let me see. It's different.
Okay, what do you guys do? So
Actually,
give me an idea.
Part of the girls, they are from HR. Part of the girls,
Okay.
they do consulting, coaching. Some of the girls, they work for the companies. So it's like we have.
But typically, but even I mean, but even that, it's not that you're HR, but you're dealing with human emotion and reactions, right? You're dealing with human beings and trying to get them to do something better, whether it's for their business, your business. Okay,
Yeah, that's right. So
makes sense.
yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so when my friend said, "Listen, come out with me for a weekend and just go door to door and knock on doors and sell people stuff," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, it can't be worse than what I'm doing." We were selling a dry cleaning discount card so that people could save $100 on their dry cleaning.
Dry cleaning is a kind of laundry, right?
Yeah, like laundry. We would take shirts and suits and dresses, nice stuff. And for my government job, I wore a suit and a tie every day. So I spent a lot of money on dry cleaning, on laundry and stuff. So we had these little cards about this big, just like a business card, and there was a lot of numbers on it. And it's like, it's valuable. It's worth $100 of net money, or $130, and we charge them 30. So now I made a promise to myself. I said, okay, if I'm going to be a salesman, which I hate salesmen. If I'm going to be a salesman, I'm only going to sell things that help other people and make them smile. I said, okay, let me try it. So I go out, I knock on doors, and I smile at people, and I go, do you take your clothes to the cleaners? And if they say no, I go, okay, have a nice day, and I run to the next door. But I was doing this around Washington, D.C. So Virginia, Maryland, Washington, D.C., all consultants, all government workers, everybody does suits into the dry cleaner. So I had a product that everybody needed. So I knock on doors. Do you do dry cleaning? Yes. Can I show you this? And I go, bah, 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 bah. And I go, and you can't have more than two. You can only buy two. You can't buy 3 or 4 or 5. You can only buy 2. And they go, okay, I'll take 2. And I learned this trick from one of the better sales guys. People are funny. Think about guys and girls. If you go after a girl too hard, or you go after a guy too hard, go, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. What happens? The guy runs away. You go to a guy, he goes, yeah, you're kind of cute. Well, he will try to prove to you that he's cute.
А если вы
You're
говорите,
okay. You can't have me. You can't have me.
ты
Sorry.
не можешь меня
I'm
иметь.
kidding. This is the push and the pull of the universe. This works on everything. This works on dogs and cats and people and girls and boys and business. So you offer someone something valuable and then you take it away. I swear to you guys, this is one of the most important things that's made me a lot of money. So get this concept. You go, hey, do you need this? And they go, yeah, kind of. Okay, well, you know, there's today I can do this for today, but only today. After today, the price goes up. Oh, see, you've seen this. The salesman, when you walk into the store and you're looking at a dress, guy goes, come here, let me help you. Let me help you. And you're like, get off. I'm just looking. Stop. You walk in and you look at a dress, and the person comes up and says, that's a beautiful dress. If you need anything, I'm going to be over there. And then they literally walk away from you. And now you're going, hey, wait, come back. I have a question.
I just today I had similar situation. So she just walked away and I was like, can you help me?
So this is the push and pull of the universe. Okay. It's a push and pull. It's like you have to learn how to reach. If you never reach in or you offer, hey, look at my stuff. Look at my video. Look at my TikTok. Look, you got to offer it. But then you don't jump in, you just offer it and then you back out. And don't make a mistake. It's not being rude. You don't go, I'm going to walk away. No, it's like, hey, my name is Jim. If you need any help, you can reach me at this number. And then I go away. With a smile. Let me know if you need anything, but I'm over here. But if you walk into an office or you walk into a store and nobody comes to help at all, like nobody even knows you're there, that's not good. Someone's got to come up and say, hey, welcome to our office, or welcome to my store, or they got to welcome you. And then they say, when you need help, let me know. So I quit my government job and I made twice as much money per hour selling door to door than I did working for the US government as a nuclear engineer. Now, more important than that, my purpose to make people smile, I was able to do it at every door, almost every door, not every door, but 80% of the doors. So here's another law of life, okay? 80% of the people are nice and happy or want to be happy and are helpful. And 20% are miserable and they're not happy and they don't want you to be happy either. And that's why 20% of the people around you are always sick, always hurt, and always coming to you for money. Problem is, the 20%, they don't always operate like always. They're just, oh, can you please help me? And so it's not easy sometimes to spot who's the 20% negative people and who's the 80% positive people. So this is why I say you have to keep a little journal. You got to get your little black book, and you got to keep your little black book, and you got to do it every day. And what happens is you will be so surprised if you do this, because when you write down, okay, I interacted with Yulia and Tomasz and and you put down the name, and then you actually note down, okay, we had a good meeting, it looks good, and I felt great when I left the meeting. I felt like energized. And plus, now later, you quick notes, plus or minus. Go ahead. So yeah. I'm sorry.
I totally got everything.
Okay, good. So, I had business partners that, and I'm in a multi-million-dollar business. And it's like, if you get a business partner and they are constantly making things wrong and making you wrong, it's like, it's a hard life. I've gotten rid of, several different business partners, and all of a sudden, oh, I can breathe. Okay, I'm not a complete idiot. I thought I was a really bad person, because these people make you think you are bad. They're experts at making you think you're bad. Okay, so this type of person, the 20% type of person, never keeps their promises. Simple promises. Hey, I'll meet you there tonight at 8:00. They never do. I had several years ago, I did a business deal with these people, investors and stuff, and I was like, oh, they promised me the world. I made a huge mistake. I signed the contract. 4 months later, I killed myself. Oh my God. I'm in bed with bad people. And so it took me 4 years to get my way out of it. And I had to borrow millions of dollars and I bought them out of my business and I got rid of them. And that was 2 years ago. And I'm like, that was close. Hey, has anybody ever felt stress? Has anybody been stressed out before? Stress is caused by one of the 20% of the population getting in your business or your life and telling you how wrong you are every day. That's stress. So, I mean, I ended up having a heart attack. I was under so much stress with the wrong business partners that I had a heart attack. Luckily, it wasn't a bad one. And, I'm perfectly fine, but it was scary for my wife. It was more scary for my wife because for me, I was like, no, it's fine. I know what it is. And I take the right vitamins. I'm fine. Okay, let me just tell my wife, we have a hurricane coming at us.
Oh
There's a
my God.
hurricane coming to kill us right now.
No, 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 not today.
Life, shit happens in life, right? There is shit happens. Some things just, you look up, oh, Boja, what's going on? So anyway, we're preparing our house, my business. I have all my windows protected and I'm sitting in a dark room right now in my office. So it's like no sunshine. Luckily, I live in Clearwater, Florida, and for some reason, hurricanes always go around. So I might be getting in the car and driving in a little while. So it's okay. Whatever. I'm pretty easy when it comes to this. So my rule is keep my wife happy and my life is great. All right. So anyway, the point on this stress, if you're having stress in life, you just got to look at each person around you because sometimes it's your customer. Sometimes it's your client. 20% of your clients cause 80% of the problems. And on the good side, 20% of your clients make you the most money for the least amount of effort and stress. So you got the top 20%. The top 20% of people around you actually do 80% of the production around you. The top 20% of the people in your life keep their promises almost all the time. The bottom 20% create nearly all the problems in your life. The middle 60%, they're nice, but they don't cause problems. They don't do a lot of work either, but they're nice. If you have a party, they come, they're nice, they have stories, they don't bring anything with them, but they don't take anything from your house either. So the laws of life, the laws of human interaction they apply to business, they apply to your personal life, they apply to your children, they apply. So this rule of 20%. So the thing is, if you don't know who the top 20% of the people are in your life, you should know. You should know who they are. Like you should not have any doubts. Who's the person you go to when you really need help? You got to have those top people. The middle people are your friends and acquaintances. And it's surprising because it's not always the nicest people. Oh, I love you so much, Ksenia. I'm always here for you. And they say beautiful things, but their actions are completely opposite. This is the trick. And sometimes the people who are kind of, but they're like, they always do what they say, but they're not always nice about it. They're not like, oh no, that's fine. And my best sales guy is an asshole. He's like Donald Trump in my business. He's been my top producer for 20 years. But to talk to him sometimes you're like, God, what an asshole. It's like, what? But so that's why I'm telling you, if you don't keep track of all the people that you have as your friends list, you have your family list, because, okay, let's be honest, some of our family members are assholes. So if you want to be very, very successful in life, you can't lie to yourself. You have to be able to observe the actions of the people around you, and you have to put them into the positive or the negative pile. And you can't go by what your friends say either. It's your own direct observation of a person and their action is going to give you more good information to live your life with. Sometimes half your friends tell you, get rid of that guy. And the other half of your friends saying, oh, he's great. You have to You have to make these decisions on who's positive or negative in your life based on real actions done by the person. And each time, how do you feel after interacting with the person? Or do you feel life is good, or do you feel like shit? Your business and your life expands when you have more of these top positive people around you that do what they say they're going to do. But society sometimes makes us believe, well, we got to help the victims and we got to help the person who's got these problems. And you can be literally, all of your energy can get sucked into a hole of helping a victim who's a professional victim. They're always a victim. They never get better. Okay. So for example, this is a tough example, but say your boyfriend cheats on you and you catch him, and then he makes you wrong. He tells you how terrible you are, and that's why he cheated. And by the time you're done, you're like, oh, it's all my fault. This exact scenario has happened in the world today millions of times, millions and millions of times, where the victim goes and does something really bad, and then you end up feeling like it's your fault and you feel like crap. I'm not saying life and success is easy. Success depends on you seeing the truth and calling the truth for yourself. You don't have to convince anybody else. Just get the truth for yourself. My first marriage was a total disaster. It lasted for 5 years, and I was young and I was in the Navy, and both of us did wrong stuff, and we got divorced many years ago. And then right after that, I found my wife. I found my wife of 35 years. So I found her right after I was getting divorced, and I had to wait to date my wife. I couldn't date her because I was not legally divorced yet. So I was like a little prayer boy. Now I've been married 35 years and to my best friend. But even being with your best friend 35 years, you think we haven't fought? Oh, we fought. We've each made mistakes, but we always communicate. And because we're basically, when we're together, we're unbeatable. Nobody can beat us. It's only if people try to separate us that we have problems. Because your clients can be good clients where you say, okay, I'm going to do this and this, and I'm going to help your business. And they go, okay, and I'm going to agree to pay you money, and they pay you on time. You help them, and their business grows, and everybody's happy, right? Then you have clients who won't pay. They forget to pay. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'll pay you. I promise, I'm going to pay you. And then they don't pay you. And it's like, okay, recognize that client as one of the people on the lower half of life. They're negative. They aren't going to pay. So life is a dream if you're dealing with the top 20% of Earth. Those people are honest. They do what they say. They're good salesmen. They're good administrators. They're good people, and they're good friends. Same thing if you help another business and you're helping the owner. Part of the problem is getting him to see that the person hurting his company is one person, not the whole company. One or two people are destroying the company every day. That's their life. That's their whole. We don't believe this because we're good people. We're like, why would someone try to destroy the business? So you have to become an expert at spotting the bottom 20% and the top 20%. Don't worry about the middle 60%. They're not causing any problems. And only by keeping notes, like actually keeping track on a daily basis, will you be able to find out for sure who's in the bottom 20% and who's in the top 20%. Because it gets lost. Your mind, you think back over the last 30 days, how many people you talked to. Do you remember everything? So also, do you guys keep
We
statistics?
do.
Like, on your total sales. So when you keep the statistics, the numbers don't lie. So if my company's growing like this and we're going up and the stats are, they go up and down, but they start here and they're going up and down, but they're kind of getting higher and higher. Then you look, okay, did I add somebody new to my business? And you go, I did. Ever since this guy's been here, the salesmen are happier and the sales go up. Oh, good. Or worse, your stats are going down. You go, did I hire somebody new back here? I did. He's killing my salesman. I promise you, I guarantee you, if you apply this principle of the top 20 and the bottom 20, and you have to look with your own eyes, you have to watch and see who fits into which category. It will make your life easier. It'll make your relationships easier. and you'll have better friends. And I don't hate the really negative people. I don't hate anybody. I just don't waste your time on hate, but identify them so you can keep them out of your immediate life and you'll be healthier and happier. Okay. I consult some actors and actresses, which are, wild and crazy people, but my main job is helping them spot the people that are trying to take their blood. So I hope this was helpful. And if you guys have any questions, I can answer them.
Jim, how much time do you have with all this hurricane and so on?
I don't know, 30 minutes.
30 minutes, okay.
The hurricane's not coming until tomorrow, so don't worry. Just relax. I'm fine.
That's good. That's good. Nadia?
I can speak English. It was really interesting to hear your experience and especially about sales and how it works in your life. And I'm really glad to hear you in real life. It was amazing. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Anytime. For Ksenia, Ksenia is an angel. So she's my sister. I'll help her anytime.
Jim, can I ask you a few questions for the ladies because I know like what they want to ask.
Okay.
So, what would you recommend to the people who are sometimes just don't believe in themselves? They hesitate, they don't feel the inner strength, and then they think bad about themselves, which doesn't give them the resource to reach the goals.
I was not a very confident kid. So I understand. And what builds confidence is when you keep having little wins. When you go, okay, I just want to do this, and then you do that and you go, oh, I want to do this. Okay, good. And but again, whether you use a book or your phone or something, you need to keep track of the little wins in life. Life is on a gradient. So you don't climb a mountain by jumping to the top of the mountain. You walk each step to get to the top of the mountain. So those are all successful steps. The other thing is, don't share your wins with everybody, because the bottom 20% will prove to you how that wasn't really a win and that you're worse off today than you were yesterday. And they will convince you, and that's their job. And they'll do it. Oh, I love you so much. Let me help you. Ksenia, it's not, that really wasn't a win. It was like, let me show you. If you can do this, you'll be really happy. And you're like, oh, fuck. I swear to you. You want more self-confidence? Find the top 20% of the people in your life and only share your wins with them, and never expect approval from the bottom 20% because they will never approve of you. So does that help? I mean, this is the tough part of life. It's like, really, you have someone who is your best friend, but they're expert at making you feel not confident in yourself. They're not really your best friend.
Okay, I have a question, so I will translate now, and then I will read the question which I got to the chat. Okay. I have a question from Yana. So she is asking if there is a possibility then people can be in top 20 and then they can be like they can move into the lower 20, So yeah, like how
Yes.
they started as good friends, they were like acknowledging you, and then they became the people who are not influencing you well, and what to do with that.
Well, at that point, I mean, and this is where I say it's not easy. It's tough to do. Like, you have to observe the person. Was he really helping you too? Some people are really so good. They feel like they're top 20%, but if you can see their actions, they're not. But there are people who have their own, like a good person who's in the top 20% has somebody in the bottom 20% that's eating away at them until they turn into, and they will start looking like the bottom 20%. And they'll start going, no, you're not that good, Ksenia. I know, I was watching, and you're like, what? But you were always nice to me. Yeah, but then I found out. See, then they found out somebody bad told them how bad Ksenia was. And now they're going, Oh, I have to destroy Ksenia now.
Yeah, yeah. Or I'm disappointed with you now.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in you. And you're like, you didn't change. You're doing the same thing. You didn't change.
And the question here also was that what to do? Should the person exclude like that type of the guy who went to the lower 20th? Or maybe it should be handled or it could be handled.
First of all, recognize it. Just as soon as you go, okay, that's the truth now. It's a new truth. It's different truth, but you have to first really recognize it's a new truth. Then honestly communicate with the person. Say, look at, you always supported me. Now you're not supporting me. What changed? Our most powerful ability is the ability to communicate and get others to communicate back. The problem is we go, oh, there's something wrong with me. When you're a good person, you always go, oh, I'm just not good enough for that person or for this thing. I mean, I don't know what I did wrong, but no, gee, you don't attack yourself. Please, please don't. You guys are amazing. I mean, I don't know all of you that well yet, but I see a lot of you, and I'm always watching, and I'm always acknowledging when I see good stuff. I always go, that's awesome, 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 because somebody's got to put good energy into the world. I do these little short videos for one reason, to put good energy into the world, because there's a lot of bad energy out there. So we got to keep changing it and supporting each other and saying, good job, good job, good job. I see you. You're awesome. Because I've had days where I went, oh man, I am freaking dead. I'm lost. I don't know what the hell's going on. I've had those days. Sucks.
We have a question, Jim.
Maria, do you have a question?
Yes, hi,
Hi.
finally. We meet in person, kind of. Hi,
Yes.
Jim. It's a pleasure
Hi.
to meet you. Thank you, Ksenia, that we had such opportunity to talk with Jim. Uh, yeah, it's not like a question, but I wanted to ask you, from where did you get so much time to react to all these people, like to do so much stuff, because you always react on my stories. And honestly, for me, I don't have time even like to read my all of my messages, all of my reactions. And you're not only read your messages, but you're like reacting on others. How to manage that? Because I really want to do that as well. I want to be a part of the life of my students, react on their stories. But I don't know. I never had time. Maybe I can manage maybe like specific time in 10 minutes a day I'm reacting.
I take 1 hour. I take 1 hour in the morning,
Okay.
but I get up early. So I wake up early, and my first hour is I'm hitting as many, like, that's why I don't use a lot of words. I use emojis. So if I
Yeah.
send you a heart or a face with the stars, that's me saying, God, you're awesome. It's so but now what happens is my intention to tell each person they're awesome, and I don't say it to people I don't think are awesome. So I don't give emojis to everybody.
Let me
Sorry.
translate this. This is so nice.
Thank you.
I have literally changed lives. I've helped marriages. I've helped women who were near the end of their pregnancy that were having problems just by social media and little communications. And when they need help, I give more communication. I have a lady in what's the little, not Moldova, not Belarus.
Mhm.
15 years ago, she reached out for, I don't know why. Can you help me? I'm 8 months pregnant, and the doctors give me this and this and this, and she was all worried. And I said, okay, calm. I said, put your hand on your belly and tell the baby that Uncle Jim says hello. And she did. And I said, then you walk around and look at things until you feel calm. And then listen to your doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I calmed her down. That little girl is now, well, maybe 14 years old. She's beautiful. And it's like my godchild. I've never met this person in real life. Okay, so when I communicate, and here's the power of communication, I don't just say words. I really intend. So I think Nadia, one time for the first time I saw you on a picture, I was like, wow, this is amazing. Now, when I do that, I'm actually sending positive energy to the person. I mean, do you guys feel this from me? Do you feel it?
Yes, absolutely.
That's your power, though. I mean, I'm doing it to nice people. I'm not doing it to bad people. I'm looking for the people who are smiling and are trying to help others. That's who I want to help. I remember, Marina, I remember the first time I saw one of your posts and said, hey, oh, this is awesome. And you're like, and in Ksenia, I remember the first time I met Ksenia in real life and got a hug. And I'm like, wow, I was like, you are God's gift to the world.
Can I have like I just need to tell you these 2 words about how we first met, and I will translate it. Actually, girls, they know this story. I told it many times because like at that moment when I came to your seminar, I had no idea who you are, and I had really, really bad moment in my life. Then everything went wrong. And I just went to the seminar with the idea that there might be some kind of answer to me so I can change something. And the moment I came, I was late, but the moment I entered the room, I look at you and I start crying. I don't know why. And then at the end of the seminar, you came and you just hugged me. You were just like, you didn't see other people, you just hugged me. So every time now I see you, I feel the same emotion. I want to cry and I want to hug. You see? And actually that moment of my life, it changed a lot. And for your communication and kind of help and support, you were with me with many difficult situations in my life. Then I was about to leave the toxic atmosphere at my current work, like many years ago. I never said a word in the social media or never texted you, but at that moment you sent me the webinar with this topic, how to leave work like properly, like what to do so you would feel like better.
Oh my God, я как будто на сцене. Jim, I am so grateful to you for your energy, for your words, and your words is very valuable for me. And my question today is maybe about sales. I want to increase the check for my personal work at several times, and maybe you can give me some advices about it. I will be so grateful.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
You're welcome. So how to make more money, right? Okay, so one, you guys have my free book, the free book, how to have fun and make more money. Do you guys
No.
have access to that?
No.
I'll send the link. I'll send a link and you guys share with everybody. Because I have it in Russian and English. I'll send you both links. The bottom line to make more money. This is it. You have to sell something that people want. So you have to find out what people really want. Then you sell that to them. This is like gravity. People won't buy what they don't want. So you got to find out what they really want, then offer to them. Look what I got. I got what you want. And they go, oh, now then you have to say it many times. Like we do millions of phone calls in my business, millions of phone calls. So I can make millions of dollars. If I did 2 phone calls, I'd make no dollars. Yeah. So if you send out 1,000 TikToks, but you don't offer something people want, you'll make no money. If you have something people want and you send out 0 TikToks, you make no money.
Yes,
You have to have what people want and communicate a lot. Prosta.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Девочки,
Thank
есть?
you.
I also have other part of the question, which were about this top 20% and lower 20%, is that Yana is asking, is it possible to identify myself, like which which 20 I'm in for somebody.
For somebody else, you mean? Yeah,
Yes.
no, listen. First of all, if you're even at the people in the bottom 20% will never ask, am I good or bad? They don't. So the only good people go, well, am I really in the top 20%? I don't know. I mean, I made a mistake. No, we make mistakes. I make mistakes. I have made millions of dollars of mistakes, but I'm 80% right all the time. So 20% I make mistakes and 80% I'm right. So if you're asking the question, am I in the top or the bottom? You're probably in the top, at least the middle, because people in the bottom never ask them. They always tell you how awesome they are. I'm the best, and you got to listen to me, or I'm going to kill you. So right now, you guys are awesome. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You do have what it takes. But don't ask anybody else to tell you you have what it takes. You decide now that you have every skill you need, that you really are a good person, and you're going to be very successful. But don't expect other people to tell you this. Stop looking for people to say, oh, yeah, you're awesome. No, just ignore that. I acknowledge everybody who says nice things to me, but I pretty much ignore anything anybody says to me. Because I have to know that what I do to help as many people as possible. And that's my rock. That's my strength. You do not need anybody else's approval, just yours. You guys are beautiful. You are amazing. You are awesome. I see you all, and it's true. This is the truth. So don't let anybody cut across your truth. Stay you. You are perfect just like you are. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not nie prosta. It's easy. It does require you to constantly look for the things and the people that increases your energy so that you can keep putting out good energy to people around you. I hope this was helpful.
It doesn't matter what you are actually talking about. Just your presence is giving so much passion, energy, love to life to other people. I can see this girl's smiles, and I know exactly what this smile is about. So tonight for Ukraine and today in US, you made a couple, like a dozen of people happier, and you just remind them who they are, to believe in themselves. And I'm very, very appreciate you here, you in this world, you in my life, because this is so much what I want to do in my life. And like I feel that, as even if two people do that, it's going to change the world. So I'm so grateful to you for your time, for your energy, for all the inspiration, and for all the recommendation you gave today.
Будь ласка, очень приємно.
Have a wonderful
Я
day.
очень рад.
Your Russian and Ukrainian is getting better and better. So keep safe. I know hurricane will not have an effect on you, but just we are all waiting for you online, and now you will have more of the girls who are knowing you and who can just be in your life.
Thank you all for being here, and thank you for what you do. And remember, every day I go, I only need to make one person happy today to be on my purpose. Just one. I just go at least one person. That way I'm not going, I got to make 1 million people happy today or I'm going to be miserable. No, one. If I improve one life today, I'm happy.
But today you see you make much more, 10 times more. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. See you guys.
See you.